Good morning, everybody. We're carrying on with our rating ladder climb. Rated 1045, got a 1052. I'll play an e4 opening. I might play the Danish. Been enjoying playing the Danish last couple of days. If my opponent wants to play chess, they might decide otherwise. Where are you from? Hong Kong. No, it looks like he's not. Oh, we got a Caro-Kann. Okay. Now, am I going to play? Of course I am. So this is apparently now the Queen's Pawn opening Chigorin variation. Okay, so he's playing quite conservatively, building a London style chain here. I'm very tempted to push e5, and the reason is, there's a few reasons. One is it stops the knight from coming to its favourite square. Another is it binds this pawn in place, which gets in this bishop's way. Ooh, we've got an F pawn mover. Now if I throw in a queen check here, he does have g6, so I'm going to do that. Notice that my bishop is bad on these squares. In fact, my bishop is generally going to have trouble getting through. We have a closed centre, and when we have a closed centre, we're going to have to decide how we're going to attack our opponent. So I'm thinking maybe along the lines of attacking down the king side, and I might also then long castle. So he's used his first four moves all to move pawns. Right, so what are we going to do? Well, we're going to be as principled as we can. How's this bishop going to get into the board? Well, it ain't going to get into the board on any of these diagonals really right now, because they're all guarded, looking at pawns. So bishop e2 seems okay. Okay, he's come out to pin my knight. This is fine. That's your good bishop. Feel free to trade it. I don't mind. Reason it's his good bishop is because he's got light squared pawns in the center two files, and they're closed off. So you want to do that? Whatever. Having said that, now his bishop has very few prospects also, because it can't even get back there. My dark squared bishop, on the other hand, is in a much jollier position. Now pinning this knight. So if he wanted to put his bishop back here, he can't, because he can't move his knight right now. So what's he going to do? Is he going to push h6 and kick the bish? Now if he does, do I trade off? No, he's going to move the king. The queen, sorry. I'm still learning the which pieces are which. It's an interesting position. I'm debating if I should trade off this bishop. The reason is we have a closed centre, which makes life harder for bishops. I mean, this bishop's also bad. Or do we just bide our time? Come up maybe an attack up here, something like that. I don't know. That's the potential weakness, because it can't be defended by any pawns. It's a backwards pawn. Right now it's defended only by the light square bishop. Huh. So I'm thinking, well, maybe a3, maybe queen d2. It does pin my knight, but I might just tickle this bishop and see if it snaps and trades itself off. Again, my knight didn't even have many good prospects from there immediately. It could maybe have swung round. It's part of an attack. That might not have been the smartest thing to do, but now he's left with a very much imprisoned light squared bishop. I still have both bishops, so I have options like maybe advance c4, takes, and then suddenly my bishop has become a beast of a piece. Because pawn structures change. This is the thing. Okay, well now that bishop doesn't even defend that, but I can't really attack it, so unless I move my bishop and stick my knight here. And I don't really want to do this. Right, in fact, he doesn't even have that move. Let's go ahead with this idea. If he takes here, I take. He shouldn't take. This is one of those examples where you just go, nah, I ain't trading. Not on your terms, Sonny Jim. Okay, and now look at this. Suddenly, we have tensione. Mucho grande tensione on the board. So if I take, he might take with a knight. That is possible. I think he's going to end up regretting the move f5. That's my prediction. If I take, he's got knight takes here. Could just drop my bishop back now. If he takes, I take. But then he's taking, I don't know. Well, let's capture towards the center, just on principle. See what happens. Okay. Now, what's the situation? I have this. Pinning this knight. I have c3. I like c3. What do you mean, what message? Well, you can go that way. I'm not going that way. Look, you pay for the entertainment. You come for the chess. You stay for the banter. Right, so he's moved his knight out of harm's way. Okay. Right, let's assess his position. This is undefended. This is defended only by the rook. King. Defended. Everything else is kind of defended. We're kind of okay. There's a weak pawn. This is a potential weak pawn. How do we attack this? We have this. Is he going to push? So give it a go. If he pushes, this pawn is permanently backwards. It can't advance. It can't be defended by any C or E pawn because they don't exist. What you gonna do? Can this knight defend there? No. Can this knight defend there? Yes, that's possible. Does it improve the knight? Not really. Okay, there we go. Now, do I throw in Queen B5, attempting to do this? Queen B5, is he going to put his knight here? Sacrifice my bishop. Look at that. Bang. Check. He can block with a rook, or he can dive into the corner. I think that's it. He can't bring this bishop out. No reason to sacrifice anything yet, I don't think. Takes, takes, queen takes, check. I've given up a bishop for 2 pawns. That does give us a nice, hefty pawn center. This is the big weakness. This is also a weakness. So I'd like to have my knight on this square. I mean, right now I've got an issue, which is that my queen is under attack. I'm going to stick my queen back here because I know this is a weakness. I could have put her here, but then after knight there, we've just got, oh hello. God, he likes pushing his pawns up the board, doesn't he? Look at this. He's only got 1, 2, 3 left on, but then so have I, to be fair. Right, I want to get my knight on here. Or so going there, 1, 2, 3. There's lots of ways round. So if I can get my knight on there, that's an immediate double threat, because I'd add a second attacker to f5 and the only attacker to d5. So I think that means he'd have to put his queen there or his knight back here. So he does actually have decent ways out of that. Do I want to push my rook across, target this pawn? Do I want to play a4? Rook at AB1, rook at FB1. It's an open file. Well, it's a semi-open file. It deserves to have a rook on it. If you like it, then you should have put a rook on it. Isn't that how it goes? There. Pushes. I take, but it's away from the centre. Okay, well he's playing like a tortoise, isn't he, really? Here he might trade off the bishop, but that's not the worst bishop right now. That's a bad bishop. He's got all these pawns on light squares. It's a bad bishop for now. How do I attack it? Do I put knight here? Knight there. I'm simply threatening to take this pawn. Right there. If his knight takes, my bishop takes. My bishop will come back to here at some point. I mean, my knight's a good knight. His knight's a good knight as well. I drop the bishop back, maybe to here. Drop the bishop back. See if he wants to trade off. If he does that, he's got an issue with this pawn. We're also potentially opening up lines here. Takes, I take, we attack this pawn. He does have g6, which again doesn't really make life better for his queen or his bishop, to be fair. Trying to learn to be a positional player. I'm trying to learn to improve my positional vision and skills. Is that a move? Push. Defended by the knight. Dive in, maybe, don't know. Hard to tell. Oh! Shocker. That is a shocker. Okay. So he doesn't want to play. There. 1, 2, 3. Now that is a long way around the houses, but I mean, now the rook doesn't defend that anymore. Is that just simply a free pawn? Queen takes pawn. Can the knight move anywhere deadly with a discovered attack on the queen? I take here. He takes there, I take him. I take here, he goes here. He's not attacking nothing. Free pawn. Pretty sure of it. Told you he'd regret that move. These pawns are rather safe because they're defended by each other. Right? This pawn is not defended by nothing. And that pawn on there was defended only by a piece, and that's not ideal. Okay, interesting. Interesting. It's a maneuver. Right, if I can drop my queen just back here, I'm threatening the knight then. Having said that, hangs his bishop. If I take the knight and let him take my queen, nothing gained. Drop my queen all the way back down here, it's a thought. Keeps on a dangerous diagonal, looking at the h7 pawn. But I think I'd like to put my bishop on that square probably. So do I come over here or here? I think this probably looks alright. He might kick me, I can retreat. There's a lot of space around here. I feel like spinning that bishop around. Oh, I also just have knight g5. Immediate checkmate threat, which means he has to push this pawn, I think. Knight g5. Okay, he's attacking that. This, you take the pawn, you get mated. This, you take the knight, I recapture. Means you don't have time to do that because I've upped the ante. Oh, we also have queens facing off. Wow, okay. I take, you have to recapture. I defend the pawn. Yeah, because my queen's undefended, so I mean that I've either got to trade or move the queen to safety. I'm a pawn up, let's trade. Now my backwards pawn is an issue. I think there's only one move that defends it, to be honest. This is still undefended. Yeah, he can't come in now. So I think now my general idea is going to be pushing up here. Now my rearmost pawn is defended. I've got this. Or do I carry on with this idea? If I go there, it actually drops the pawn, but then I can capture here and then win the knight back. Trading off, I don't know. Again, we're thinking about piece quality. Okay. I think I want to move this knight so that I can at least push that knight away. And I can't go there. So do I go here or here? It's a good question. I'm going to go here. Then maybe this. I have the two bishops still. Okay, now you can't go there or there. Does that trap the knight though? He's got this square. Then I attack him again. Where's he got? I go here. That loses the knight. Oh, actually, that. About this move. Yeah. Yeah. The knight's pinned on the rook, right? And if I take, H takes, that's not good. Close game though. Learning about all this position stuff. It's the next level, man. I'm telling you. Okay, now. He can't take on there. So I'm thinking I eradicate the knight because it's going to give him a permanent horrible weakness with doubled and isolated pawns on the g-file. If I attack this knight now, he can't get there because bishop takes. If he goes here, I attack him again, he goes here, I come here, he's kind of stuck. In general, putting my pawns on light squares now will just make life worse for his bishop. Most of my pawns are on dark squares. Okay, let's trade off. I'm still thinking of this. My hunch is his knight could get stuck behind enemy lines if he comes in, which he's got to do, really. He can't go there, can't go there, can't go there. He's only got one move that saves him. Now I can't let him come here with a fork, so when he comes here I have to do either that or that, I think. Let's do this. He's got to come here. I could even lift here. No, he can run away that way, but he's losing a lot of moves, losing a lot of tempi this way. That hits the pawn and that pawn. I still want to get my knight to that square, but it's a long journey. So I'm going to get to here. So it's one. Oh, you attack my rook, do you? He has this if he wants it, but So it's one. What do we say? Want my knight on here. From here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Very long road, but worth walking. Also got maybe bishop g5 to prevent the advance of these pawns. 1, 2 hits the bishop. 3, 4. Fork on 2 undefended pawns. Okay, off goes the knight. Right, and we now start our long journey. He might do this, but I'll just probably play my rook here and go behind my passed pawn. I can just go straight here actually and attack both the bishop and that pawn. This pawn is actually now also defended. What about g4? Let's just consider g4. He can't go here because rook takes. Rook takes. He can go here. This is possible. Can't go here. So if I push g4 and he comes in here. But my knight's in a bad place right now. So this, he'll probably just drop the bishop back. The bishop's tied to the defence of that. Or do I carry on with this plan? Hit the bishop there, bang, bang. Carry on with the plan. Stay on target. Here, here. Which is the best piece, his bishop or my knight? Okay, he's come in. Yeah. See if he wants to trade. If he doesn't, I'm going to come here. I'm attacking 2 pawns and he cannot defend both. He is actually currently defending that one. If I come here as well, I'm threatening to take out the bishop and win a pawn here. That's even better. Because it also isolates this one. Takes out his bish. This feels solid. Oh. What am I talking about? I can't even put my knight there. Let's drop the bishop back then so that I can. But knight here is an idea. Okay, now we take. Okay. Now threatening to push this pawn also opens up a lush diagonal. So look, we attack there. You can't take there because pawn takes rook. Here, you take, I take with bishop. I can just stick this rook on e1 or f1 as well. I just push. Threaten the rook. Can't take there. If it goes there, it gets taken. It goes here. I push on again. He's going to block. Not sure. I think rook f1 somehow. Just more security. He's defending this pawn. I think I have to push. Apart from anything else, it opens up this bishop. Could do this as well. Train him off. Takes. I've got many advantages now. I'm a pawn up. I've got a passed pawn, which is currently blocked. I attack. Knight can't move. He has to defend the knight. It definitely improves the bishop as well. I'm preventing this pawn from coming forwards. He can't just allow me to take, so one of the rooks is going to have to defend. So it's either this, this, or this. There we go, we have our answer. Now, do I push up and annoy this rook? I can do this right now. Bring the king up, start to just press in now. King up, got 3 minutes on the clock. He's got 11, he's playing well though. Gotta stay on my toes. King g2, king g3. Still pressing, something like this. Rook has to go all the way back to there, I think. Oh! Now I can duck into here. He's got 2 attackers on the pawn. I didn't see that one coming, did I? If I go here, he takes there with that rook. If I press up with a pawn, he takes there with that rook. I think I've just lost my pawn advantage. Good move, black. But I think I will still trade off. There, rook takes, rook f2, defending the second rank. Or king f2 actually, might be better. Now it's a bishop versus a knight. I've got this 3 on 2, but it's not really 2 because they're in troubled. No, what are you doing? You can't go there. Do we trade off? Do we trade rooks? See, all of this is defended. His knight cannot break me on that side. His king is going to have a right job. This pawn is going to be the big weakness. So I'm going to try and trade off the rooks. I'm going to try and get my king to g5. I'm going to force him to do something you don't want to do. One downside is that this g6, his g6 pawn is on a light square, so I can't use my bishop to attack it. Right, more coffee. And today I'm off, by the way, this is why I'm in this particular garb. I am teaching bushcraft again today at a friend's pub. It's a bank holiday over here, which is a public holiday. He's maybe got pawn a5, but that just drops the pawn. So, if his rook moves off the open file, I think we're laughing. I think he's got to trade off here. Now, knight's defending that backwards pawn, but, you know, I might have a check. I might be able to annoy the knight. We'll see what happens. Let's go back to that tactic. See, here I moved the pawn off a protected square. Why? Oh, okay. Okay, he's Runnoft. Czechsky? Come here. Right, I can harass the rook, but I feel like it's just time to get my rook behind enemy lines. My king guards the insertion squares for this rook. And anyway, for the time being, my rook is guarding the whole e-file. So, I attack the knight. Where's the knight going to go? In fact, when the knight moves, the rook defends a6. That's a bit of an annoyance. What if I do this? I know it's not all that clear. This is maybe some kind of half an idea. But I can't put my bishop there if my rook's not on the back rank, so then what? I annoy the knight, he comes here and hits my bishop. Okay, so we just need to... Okay, I think come back here means this knight can't move. So what are you going to do? Let's put the onus back on black. The knight has to defend this now. My rook still owns the e-file. His king is off on one side of the board and his own pawns are in his own way. Because my rook is still on here, now he could try and hurry me away, but that drops a pawn. So I'm thinking maybe my king can abandon the defense of these squares, seeing as my rook's got those squares. And I could try and push up here. Push my pawns up means his king cannot set foot here. It's a tricky one, but I am down to 1 minute 13 as well. I think that's my general plan. How does this knight get through? He can't try this. His knight's stuck there. He can't defend the pawn with the rook either. So his knight is glued to the spot. And this is, I think, how I press my advantage. Maybe stick my pawns here. Maybe stick my rook back on e8, and his king is then completely immobile. But we need to keep it from being like a drawish position as well. Not that straightforward, precious. No, my love, not that straightforward at all. Tricky one, man. Never relax. That's what's going through my head right now. Here, the king either goes back. If he comes here, I can go here and force the rooks off the board. Do I want to do that? Or do I go here? This would be a mistake, I think, because I can move with check and win a pawn, for example. So he has to go back there. Okay, let's do this again. Ah! Repetition. Well, nothing lost, nothing gained. Good game. Okay. Man. See? I relaxed. Okay, we're going to paste the PGN anonymously into the analysis board. I think my opponent played well above 1050 there. I'm not that pleased with my own performance. One serious blunder. But I was winning. I was winning in the end. Okay, how's it rating us? 1350 for me, which is a bit dopey, and 1250 for my opponent, which is 200 points higher than his rating. Okay, so what is the big thunder blunder from Hunty? Hanging my queen. It's a thought. I bet everybody saw that. Okay, bloody hell. Right, okay, so we do all well. Okay, I like this is good. Creating that weakness. And that was inaccurate from black. Not great, better move. Going in that way, forcing the bishop back here, yeah? Okay, didn't like that. Oh, what? Threaten the bishop again, okay. And that was actually the best move. So was that. So was that. But that was the blunder. Because he now has that. That was a really good move. But this was the mistake. I think we considered that move. Forces the rook back to one of these squares. And we just creep up the board. Yeah. So you saw I got into a decent position and I relaxed. That is my big sin. A lot of the time in these games. But yeah, we will use it as a learning advantage, a learning opportunity. 1350. I can play better than that. But hey ho, that will do for one day. I've got to go out, teach a bunch of kids how to set fire to stuff, make string, all kinds of good stuff, and make salves. So Right, let's be going. Okay, thanks for watching everybody. See you later.